Hello, this is TGS Omni Adeft. What you're seeing is gameplay from my last video while I explain what I'm going to be doing. This is going to be the first episode of my new ranked series where I will be commentating over my ranked games, talking about what was going on and what was done wrong, as I climb through Platinum for the rest of the season. Really, I'm starting this series to edit videos because I decided I wanted to make it a hobby of mine. However, the videos I've made so far can't really be made very consistently because my group isn't always playing together. Sometimes we play a lot, and sometimes there are stretches where we don't play a lot together. Hopefully with the amount of ranked I play, I'll be able to consistently upload these ranked videos once or twice a week, but that's just the goal that I have in my head right now. So, to the viewers, I hope you'll either learn something or be able to teach me something, and most importantly, be entertained. Now, let's get into the gameplay.
So this game I'm playing Twitch, and our Rengar decided to go for an early gank. We end up trading him for the Alistar, but I messed up by flashing and not killing the Lee Sin afterward. Lex got picked off by Jin's 4th shot after the skirmish, and a Malzahar roam resulted in me dying as well. So here, pretty simply, I didn't respect the level 6 Jin damage, and I had poor positioning against the Alistar, which resulted in me dying. We attempted to pick on Alistar while he was getting a control ward, but an even better trade came out when Lee got too close without either bot laner to help him. So here, I don't think Lux understood Malzahar was roaming bot, so she got picked right away. But once the team roamed down, we were able to get kills on their mid and both of their bot laners, and afterward we took advantage of them not having any people up and we got Earth Drake. The enemy Riven tried to use Herald mid to get tier 2 after we got Drake, so I went to clear the waves. I got a bit too close, so Riven tried to engage on me. However, I got really lucky and the ultimate barely missed me. I was able to kill her, but we had to trade tier 2 because of the Herald. So here, Lux and I were trying to engage because Rengar was coming bot. The enemy jungler showed up though, and they turned their sights on me. I almost got bursted out. Luckily though, I barely got away and we picked up 2 kills. Here our Lux got caught out in the jungle, but the whole team came in and cleaned up 2 kills and got a Baron even though Lee Sin tried to steal. Here, I got one shot before a team fight, simply because of my poor positioning, but at this point our Rengar was doing so good it didn't really matter, and we eventually aced them anyway. So here, what ended up happening was they were pushing us off of inhibitor tower, and it kind of got to a point where they were overextending on their chase, so I kind of went ham and I flashed into them. It ended up working out and we traded 3 for 2. So after that, Nasus and Rengar got an inhibitor top lane. So here our lead was kind of getting insane and we were able to just do another Baron with the inhibitor gone top lane. The Lee Sin tried to go for another steal, which is the second time he's done that this game, and props to him, he got pretty close, but with the Lux Snare, we were able to get a kill on him, and he didn't even steal the Baron. So off of that Baron, we were actually able to just go into their base, and even though I got one shot, there were enough people left so where we could just end the game, and I got a crazy 23 LP, which brings me to 32 LP. Moving on to game 2, I got autofilled support, so I picked Blitzcrank. I managed to land a really wonky hook on Callista, which did net us the first blood kill, but with the Jarvan gank, MF and I weren't able to get out alive. In this next clip, Jarvan was bot side and I was clearing a ward. This fortune went a bit too far trading with Leona over the wards, so they managed to get off and engage. Neither of us got out alive, but luckily the team followed up and cleaned up. Here the enemies went for a somewhat random dragon. I tried to get Leona away from our team that was diving in, and it kind of worked. Renekton TP'd into a bad position, so we were able to net a couple kills while the other team was trying to get him out. Jarvan and Renekton tried to make a pick on Misfortune, but it didn't really work out well for them as we were able to get a couple kills on them. Tryndamere applied a lot of pressure top lane during that, and afterward, I tried to lock down their Callista, which kind of worked, except for Misfortune died. But what pursued after that is a kind of wet noodle fight with all the shields and HP that Ivern and I had. After another dragon by the red team, we were actually able to initiate a team fight, which resulted in a lot of kills going our way. In fact, it was a full ace, and we managed to get a couple towers mid lane off of it. So in this next clip, I managed to find a hook on Jarden, which resulted in a chase that we actually netted a couple kills off of, and afterward, we used our pressure to get Dragon. We managed to find a pick on Renekton, but it didn't really stop there. We actually chased a little bit too hard over a couple of kills, and we actually lost more people than we got back off of it. In this clip, we actually found another pick, except for this time in the team fight that pursued, we actually managed to kill both of their carries, which resulted in another kind of wet noodle fight, but this one went way more in our favor. After that last fight though, our team actually extended a little bit too hard and their carries came back up, and we lost a couple people. Because we were a few people down, they actually started a Baron. It's fortunate I tried to contest it, but we ended up dying, and so now they had a Baron buff. Because Elder Drake was starting to come back up, I was really looking for a pick on Jarvan. We actually managed to find it, but in the part afterward where a team fight started, a lot of us got way too low for us to continue the fight. But we also stopped them from getting the Drake. Both teams kind of chimped out here, and they actually just stayed around at the Drake for a long time, and it resulted in a fight that we were actually able to win, and Tryndamere also got an inhibitor mid. In this next clip, we actually ended up finding Kalista by herself, and we killed her, which really just resulted in us snowballing the Elder Drake buff to victory. After this game, I actually managed to get another giant 23 LP, which brings us to Plat 5, 55 LP.